everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last video, you'll have seen me making some background sort of papers like these. Well, in fact, these are the actual ones. And I was having a little play this morning. I watched an Instagram video and then I thought, oh, I'm going to have a go at that. But I used some of my papers, whoops, and I've made these gorgeous butterflies. So if you want to see how I make them, I will attempt to show you. Now, I would not recommend doing this with anything other than paper. I think cardstock will be really hard to get a decent finish on. Also, I'm going to show you how you can use them. They've got a little corner thing, so you could use them as like bookmarks or on journal pages and things like that. So multifunctional. So what do you need? You need a piece of paper. Now these, and the ones I've all tried up until now, I've used a piece of paper which is 2.5 inches by 5. I'm going to show you with a slightly bigger one. This is 3 by 6, and I'm hoping it will still work and do the same. I just thought maybe if it was a little larger, you'll be able to see what I do better. So what do you do? First of all, with your paper, you fold it in half. Lengthways, like that. And then you fold it in half again, like this. Now, if this was a patterned piece of paper, this would be the pattern, this would be the rough side that you're not interested in. Okay, so with your pattern out here, where you've got your centre fold, you can just crease up both sides. Now you can get a bone folder out. I'm not going to use one to begin with. I'll show you when I use mine. But basically, you're just putting a fold in like that, so that you can open these out and push them in like that, and just push them in like that. Once you've got this, you need to fold your top bit over. Now, you don't want to go beyond that point there, because then you won't be able to push it inside. That's the whole point of it. So I'm going to come down almost to that point. I'm not that fussed, but you can see I've left a tiny gap. Well, you can see there's a very small gap there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm going to do it so it matches that one. So we've got these, and then we just put them inside so we don't have to see them, like that. Right, so next we've got this. We need to open it at the sides, both front and back. So basically you have this shape here. And it's probably at this point, because this is where your butterfly is going to be made from. It's a good idea perhaps to use a bone folder or something and just make sure you've got some nice creases down here. If one side looks better than another, use that. This is going to be the bottom of your butterfly. Right, now, this is the only tricky bit, I think. We're taking a corner here. Let's just drop down slightly so you can see it a bit more. We're taking a corner. We're going to go beyond this sort of line here, but we don't want to go right to the corner. I'm just going to leave a small amount. And I'm just going to press it down gently for now, because I want to do the same on the other side. And I'm trying to make them as symmetrical as possible. I mean, it's not, the nature of this is it isn't going to be 100%, but something like that. And I will just burnish that a little bit, because This is the trickier bit. We're going to open this like that. And then where those folds are, that is kind of going to make our butterfly shape. Now, let me do the other one. I don't like to fold them until I've got them both there because I'm going to try and make them symmetrical. So we'll open it out. That's going to drop down like this along that fold line there. Now you can put it straight down the fold line like that. I try to manipulate mine a little bit, she says, because then you can get a slightly more butterfly-y shape. So that's all I'm doing, is trying to make them kind of even before I flatten it, and symmetrical. And that will do, I think. That's relatively symmetrical. Not perfect, but it will do. And that's it. Now if you see, I've decorated, I'll show you that one, you might be able to see it better with the gold on it. I'll do it in black and I'll show you what I've done with that. Let's use this bit of scrap paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is go around all the edges, and I'm using a piece of scrap paper underneath, and I'll get to there and then I'll stop. I'll show you why, because we can slip the paper in under there. Right, so we can lift that up and do along here. Same for this one, lift it up and do along there. Don't worry too much about it. We can shove something down here. In fact, if we go down the top bit here, we can shove it in this side. You can't go all the way to the end because you'll go on your butterfly. Just rotate it and it will, you can finish the other side of it. And you've got a piece here and down here. It's obviously easier to see in black and white than the gold, but, and I am rushing, you don't need to rush and do yours. And we'll do the same down here, so we'll go in that end along there, just rotate it round so that you've got some rough paper to do your line on. You can go under there and around the edge. You get the idea. And then we'll just do, it's up to you whether or not you do this, but I tend to just go down the bottom bit here like that. But you could make it more rounded if you wanted, whatever you want to do. I haven't done those bits, so we'll do those and those. Now what I have done with my pen is gone along this fold line here and here, and then I have gone to the centre point of here roughly. I'm not going to get a ruler out and do it. Same here, the centre point here like that. And then with these bits here, I've gone from this centre point out to that point, up to almost that point, and down almost to the bottom. So out to that point, almost to the top point, and down. Just try and make them sort of fairly symmetrical. And then when we go to this bit, we'll look along this line, we'll go to the middle point, so we'll go from there to there, and then from the middle point we'll go out to that point, out to that point, and we'll go up to almost that point, I think, but you can choose where you want to do it, obviously. So same along this side, we'll pick a middle point, we'll go out to the middle point, and then we'll go from there to that point, there to that point and there. Okay, now some of these I've made the body black and coloured the body bit down here in black if you wanted to. And then it's just, it really is just a matter of playing with it, and I've just rounded off with a slightly smaller pen everything, so you could keep it, you could sort of make it more butterfly-y if you wanted to. So something like that. But you get the general idea. Just sort of, if I did it on black, you'd see it better. And the same goes here. I should probably round that right off there. And here. You can make your lines thicker there if you want to. Just sort of makes it a little bit more like a butterfly, in my opinion. Obviously you can use whatever papers you want and whatever colours. If you wanted to, you could make those a bit more rounded. I mean, you are working with folds of paper here, even if it doesn't look like it, so it's a bit tricky. You can do something up here if you were worried about how it looked up here. But essentially, you're just making it look a little bit more organic. I think we're going to stop there, but you get the idea. You could colour this bit all in black if you wanted to give it like a black body, and if you wanted to, which is what I have done, is I have stuck some glue under here and here so that that goes flat like that. I think they're super cute and a good way of using up either patterned papers that you've got or homemade papers. But again, as I said, paper rather than sort of cardstock, because you've got quite a lot of folds going on there. It'd be really chunky perhaps without. Anyway, that's my take on how to make a folded butterfly. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and well, and I will be back again soon. Bye for now.